Few people know that the greatest contribution to the development of firearms was made by Browning. This man literally changed everything, and right now I will tell you about it. Today, Browning Arms Company is a well-known firearms manufacturing company with quite a rich history. It is located in Morgan, Utah, USA. The company was founded by John Moses Browning, aka Moses. Moses is a hint. Aka tireless innovator and experimenter, who was born on January 23, 1855 in Ogden, Utah. John was one of the 20 children of Jonathan Browning. The father of the family was an ardent Mormon, had 3 wives at once. From childhood, absolutely everything disposed John to the fact that he tightly connected his life with weapons. He was literally surrounded by them all his life. His father worked as a gunsmith, and the names of mechanisms, parts of weapons, little John learned much earlier than he learned to read and write. The boy quickly immersed himself in his favorite business, and already at the age of 14, he assembled a rifle by himself and gave it to his brother for his birthday. John Moses Browning's genius lies in the fact that he developed and patented almost all of the automatics that are still the basis of most semi-automatic pistols. Browning's pistols, mass-produced since the beginning of the 18th century, in many respects due to their portability, gained great popularity in the world, became a model for copying and imitation, and, in fact, determined the shape of most subsequent designs of automatic pistols. During his lifetime, Browning designed an impressive range of military and civilian small arms for production by his own company, as well as for Winchester, Colt, and Remington. In 1878, a turning point occurs. John Moses Browning and his brother Matthew inherit their father's gun shop and blacksmith shop in Utah. One can only imagine how John's eyes lit up, for up to that point he had been restrained by his hands and only did the work he was assigned. Indeed, not 2 months later, John Browning personally designed his single-shot rifle with external triggers and immediately patented it. This creation was proudly named JMM Browning Single-Shot Rifle, or as it is commonly known, Model 1879. Customers highly appreciated the new rifle, and it soon became the most popular rifle on the market. But the young company, J.M. Browning W.Gyo, did not have any financial resources for its further production. In 1883, rave reviews about the rifle invented by Browning reached the American company Winchester Repeating Arms Company. After studying consumer demand for Winchester guns, an employee named Andrew McCausland was amazed to discover that Browning's rifle was more popular than the good old Winchester. McCausland personally purchased one rifle and immediately showed it to Thomas Bennett, director of the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. Winchester's management appreciated the rifle, and Thomas Bennett personally made a surprise inspection in Ogden, where the Browning Gun Company was located. The negotiations resulted in a signed contract, which marked the beginning of the cooperation between J.M. Browning and Winchester, which lasted for 19 years. John Browning also received $8,000 from Winchester for the license to produce his single-shot rifle, which was a colossal sum at that time. The result of close cooperation was 7 models of rifles and 3 models of shotguns, and these are only those that went into production. In fact, John Browning designed 31 rifles and 13 models of smoothbore shotguns for Winchester. By the way, Winchester bought them too, but only so that the designs could not be sold to competing companies. The design of the 1879 model was further refined, and in 1885, Winchester began mass production of this legendary single-shot rifle, called Winchester 1885. This model was immediately followed by the Winchester 1887 multiple shotgun and the Winchester 1886 rifle. In 1888, Browning also designed a hunting magazine carbine of caliber, 22 LR pump-action hunting carbine, and a powerful 12-gauge pump-action shotgun was developed some 2 years later. Both designs were also sold to Winchester. By the way, that's when Browning broke its first records. More than 6 million Model 1894s were produced by 1983, more than any other sporting rifle in history. In 1897, Browning contracts with the Belgian company Fabrique Nationale d'Armes de Guerre S.A. to produce the latest development of the .32 caliber semi-automatic pistol and a special cartridge for it. Fabrique Nationale d'Armes de Guerre SA. Today it is the Fabrique Nationale d'Armes de Guerre SA to produce the latest development of the .32 caliber semi-automatic pistol and a special cartridge for it. In order to further refine the design of the pistol, it was slightly modified by Fabrique Nationale engineers. The pistol named Model 1889 Browning, and its ammunition began production in 1899. A year later, production of the world-famous 7.65 mm FN Browning M1900 pistol, a copy of the Model 1889, but smaller in size. The phrase Belgian Browning was popularized. As time went on, Browning became more and more famous and desirable partner. In addition to Winchester and FN, the Colt guys were interested in cooperation. By the way, to avoid fierce competition, Colt and Belgians from FN signed a contract, according to which Colt had the right to produce and sell pistols only in the Western Hemisphere, and Fabrique Nationale in the Eastern Hemisphere. At the beginning of the 20th century, the M1900 model became a real hit. It was widely used by the Belgian army and police in various countries. It was also in high demand among civilians as a self-defense weapon. By 1912, a record number of 1.5 million M1900 pistols were produced. This pistol left a bloody trace in world history, as it was associated with tragic events. In 1914, in the Serbian city of Sarajevo, Gavrilo Princip killed Austro-Hungarian Archduke Ferdinand with this pistol, which triggered the First World War. In 1900, Browning completed the Auto 5 12-gauge automatic hunting rifle with an underbarrel tubular magazine, movable barrel, and recoil-operated reloading system. It was produced in various modifications for about 100 years and was recognized as one of the most successful creations of the great Gunsmith. This semi-automatic rifle was the cause of a quarrel between Browning and Winchester, and the two men quickly stopped working together. Winchester management simply refused to pay Browning the required amount of money for the right to manufacture this gun, so in 1902 John Browning signed a contract with FN. The Belgian company started serial production of this semi-automatic rifle in the same year, and later Remington Arms Company, USA, and Rheinische Metallwaren und Maschinenfabrik, Germany, started manufacturing Auto 5. As time passed, John Browning's creations were steadily capturing the hearts and minds of gunsmiths all over the world. Thus, in 1905, Browning Company, together with Fabrique Nationale, produced a small-sized semi-automatic pistol M1906 especially for women. It looked little like a standard lady's Derringer and was more like a shrunken copy of its adult counterparts. The Colt M1911, designed by Browning and manufactured by Colt, won the U.S. Army Command competition for the best automatic pistol and was adopted by the U.S. Army. The Colt M1911 pistol, also called the government model, was used by the U.S. military until 1986. In 1913 to 1914, Browning created weapons for the company, Remington in particular, the Remington Model 17 pump-action shotgun, and the Remington Model 24 semi-automatic rifle in .22 LR caliber were presented. The year 1917 was marked by the appearance of a series of new products. Large caliber machine gun, Browning M1917 water-cooled machine gun, gave birth to Browning M2 large caliber machine gun, which was in service in about 50 countries, and Browning Bar, Browning automatic rifle, which became the prototype of bar hunting carbine, produced today. About it later. John Browning's last designs were the M1935 GP, high-power pistol, for 9mm parabellum cartridge, and the superposed box-flint 12-gauge shotgun. John Browning did not live a few months before the patent for the gun was granted, and the design was personally finalized by Didier Sèvres, director of Fabrique Nationale. The superposed gun was made in 12-gauge, had 32 or 28.3-inch long barrels, and was equipped with a double trigger. The inventor intended to use a single-trigger inertia mechanism in the future, but did not have time. On November 26, 1926, during a visit to the Fabrique Nationale, John Browning's heart stopped. His son Val Browning continued to work on the improvement of the gun. In 1951, the owners of Browning closed the old company, and registered a new company, Browning Arms Company. It is encouraging to see that the company did not stand still after the founder's death, and in 1958, Browning and Fabrique Nationale form a new joint stock company. In 1965, Browning began to cooperate with Japanese company Miroku. Everything is sad there, even today. And together they produced BT-99 single-barrel shotgun, which, although it stood out among its brethren, but nevertheless since 1968 was not very popular. Also, the result of their collaboration in the 70s is Miroku Kitori, a vertical rifle, the design of which is borrowed from Browning's superposed B-25. Why this was necessary is not clear. Subsequent 20-caliber BSS and single-barrel model B-78 were also not in great demand. But not everything was so inglorious. For example, the joint development of B-2000 semi-automatic shotgun with gas-operated reloading system was very warmly welcomed by consumers. It is impossible not to return to the well-known BAR. BAR is a weapon, which is rightly considered one of the most significant inventions in history. Being a hunting carbine, the BR was equipped with a full-fledged reloading mechanism, operating by the pressure of the expelled powder gases. In 1978, Browning celebrates its 100th anniversary. In honor of the anniversary, Browning produces a limited edition of high-end superposed Continental shotguns and a number of exclusive models. In 1980, the popular B-2000 shotgun is discontinued to be replaced by the B-80, created in cooperation with Pietro Beretta. In the 80s, Browning tirelessly produced new products, including Model 81 BLR lever-action rifle, A500G gas-operated semi-automatic shotgun, A-Bolt, magazine-fed carbine with manual reloading system, and many other new products. Browning Arms Company did not go anywhere and still produce new products to this day. It's hard for them to compete with futuristic FN and Barbie for Real Men AR platform, but that's not why we love them. Browning is first and foremost history, secondly reliability, and thirdly, it's just beautiful. John Moses Browning has forever written his name into history, and for that we are immensely grateful. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell so you don't miss new exciting videos. See you in the next video, where we will continue to reveal the secrets of the gun world. See you soon.